There's Christine. Good morning. Hi, Leslie. Hi, Jessica. And Leonora. Welcome, Leonora.
Good evening, Dr.
Hello.
Merlina. Morning to you there.
Let me get my sound here. Can you hear me? Christine, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. All right, let's see. Leonora's here. So far, there's just 4 of you. But it's good evening. What is this? We have 1 more minute. So Christine, thank you for being here again. She's got perfect attendance so far. Now you're feeling better. Vanessa, I just filled out a reference form for you for Bryant School. Did you get my email? Where's Vanessa? Oh, she's connecting. Hey, Vanessa, can you turn on your camera, please? There's Vanessa. So Vanessa, you had an interview. You had an interview with Bryant School yet? Vanessa, did you have an interview yet?
Good evening, Doc.
Hey, good evening. Did you have an interview with Bryant School?
As of today, they don't email me any invitation for.
Okay. Well, then obviously you are in the list. You're in the list possible to be interviewed. So just be ready, because in case I think what they do is they look at your applications and then they would look at usually their top 5 to be their possible interview pool. And some of them, if they're looking for a lot, they'll do the top 10. But a lot of times you must be in the top 5 if they are they're sending me a reference form for you. So that's a good sign for you. Hopefully you'll be in that list. So let me know. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, welcome everybody. This is a small group, but that's okay. Let me see. This is somebody a new person here. Leonora, you're new, right? No? Leonora.
Yes, Doc.
Yes. Can
Doc.
you introduce
I'm new
yourself?
here.
Yeah, welcome. Can you introduce yourself to us? It's nice to have a to go with the name. Yeah. Go ahead. Tell us about yourself.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Leonardo Aganya from DepEd Binian City. I'm from Laguna and currently working at the Department of Education office in Binian. For the past 9 years, I was able to teach in the elementary level, but my bachelor's degree is secondary, major in computer-assisted instruction. And my experience in private school was inclusive classroom teaching. And as of now, I am currently finishing my master's degree, major in special education.
Okay.
Yeah, and also in the past, I had my master's degree, major in educational management, and 48 credits for doctor in educational management.
Wow, you are overqualified, girl.
And currently,
working on your doctorate, huh?
Yes, in the PUP po, and then currently I have my FCE from West.
What is FCE? You have to tell us if
foreign credential evaluation
Okay.
from World Education Services, and also professional teaching license from the state of New Mexico for special education level 1, and with the endorsement of technology education and business education.
Okay.
But according to some, my level is not appropriate with my FCE because my FCE declared as 3-year graduate study for special education. But currently I am finishing my master's degree, but the World Education Services gave that evaluation, the 3-year graduate study.
Hey, you don't have to mention that part about the 3-year thing. And don't worry about that whenever you introduce yourself, because you have your bachelor's degree and you have that, you have that credential that would not worry them. So you just say, I have my, I have my bachelor in this special ed and master's in this and master's in this and working on this. That's fine what you did, but you don't have to mention the part about it would not count, because that just kind of let them X you off, like, oh, okay, she doesn't qualify. So you don't want to be X off. Okay.
This is my first time.
Yeah, no problem.
Sorry.
Yeah, no problem. At the end, that's what the whole purpose of this is, like an orientation. So you will get some ideas on, what to say and what not to say. Don't you think? Everybody kind of chime in. Do you think that these meetings are able to help you with that, right? To kind of don't say this, don't say that, because, and when you're moving, you also, when you're talking, you were like moving a lot. Are you standing up? Are you standing up? I didn't know if you were standing
I'm sitting, ma'am.
You're sitting.
I'm
I think
sitting.
you gotta be still, okay, when you're talking. It's hard, I know, but it's yeah. See, Leslie's over here smiling. So Leslie, what can you comment on her introduction? What would you comment? Like, tell her some grows and glows. What can she add? What can she edit?
I think she should also add, Doc, as to why did she pursue education,
Okay, that's a
and
good one.
what is it done for coming to America. So I think that should be good.
Yeah, you can do that. Yeah, otherwise it's good, right? Well, you have to listen to Leslie here, because she's just got a job already. I'm already helping her to come here, and she's gonna be in a school about 4 hours from me, but I'm helping her superintendent. She and Marissa will be teaching at the school. So that's exciting. So Leslie, okay, this is what's going on. Yeah, this is what's going on, Leslie. You have that insurance from GEC, and you have that, the fees, and you saw I CC'd you the superintendent's email saying that they cannot spend their money until July 1st. So do you
Yes.
have the funds to pay for it and then get reimbursed? Do you have an ability to pay for it?
Yes, Doc. Right now, I have some funds, but I still and looking for other resources. So I think I might be able to pay on Monday.
Okay, good. Well, if there's something I can do, I mean, I can, of course, I can help everybody financially or whatever, because I have limited money. But anyway, if in case of something that's really like to meet the deadline or whatever, we'll see what we can do. But they have what happened is that in the US, every school year starts in August and ends in June 30th. So our ending of our school year here will end, the money is June 30th, although school will be out by first week of June. Like this week will be, most of the schools are out. But they cannot spend their next year's money until starting July 1st. So Leslie is already processing her papers. She's got a deadline to pay for it. And so what I've been doing was I've been trying to talk to the superintendent, like, make sure that you pay her back and all that, because some schools do not. Some schools do not pay. They want you to pay for it and they don't pay you back. At least he said he will pay, right? You got that.
Yeah. Yes. Got the Doc, and I was really praying so hard that they will pay for my visa.
Yeah, they will.
And God really answered my prayer, and of course with your help, because if you didn't ask for them to pay for it, I don't think that would be possible.
No, I don't know. I
Thank
already
you.
talked to them about that. Most of the superintendents would ask me, because that's their first time. And so they would ask me, Merlina, what do you think? What do we need to pay? And I'm like, well, I know that we've got schools that could not afford it, like you really cannot. So the teachers would have to do it. But if you can at all, and I even tell them what funds to use, like Title II funds is the professional development funds. You can even use Title II funds, I would tell them. And I said that because these teachers, they don't make very much money. And so to pay, like yours is like what, $3,000 something. That's a lot of
Yes.
money for them to come up. Some people had to borrow money. Some people had to, like pawn properties, something. And so I told them the realities we have in the Philippines, and they, they understand, because to them that's not very big money, but for us there in the Philippines, that's a lot of money, right?
That's a lot, Doc.
Yeah.
Thinking of like our car.
Yeah,
Just
that's like $150,000 pesos, and that's a lot to us, right? And so, but
Yes,
here that's like nothing to them, because you will your pay would be, should clear about more than $2,000, more than, I don't know how much, but maybe more than 3, I don't know. But anyway, we have to ask the others because I don't know how much. I just know that when I was working, because the insurance here is so darn high, and yours should be not affected because your insurance is through your visa sponsor. The local people like me that would work here, our insurance is like $500 something a month. It's very expensive. And so yours through GEC should be around 100 something. So you save a lot of money from the insurance as J1. Yeah. And so anyway, so that's good. I'm glad that you're in that step already. So after you pay, then you should, what the next step is. And I did put this in step by step in that email I sent you. Did you agree that those are the steps you went through? And
Yes,
yeah.
the
Yeah.
steps that I through.
Yeah. You are to
Yeah.
step 20 now or something. you are in the farther the steps. But anyhow, so why I did that, why I wrote those 40 steps, 39 steps, is because I want you to know what happens next. Because I get a lot of emails like that. I said, okay, I got interviewed. Now what's next? What do we need to do? And so anyway, but thank you. I am so glad that you're kind of moving forward with that, right? And are they very responsive? The visa sponsor, are they very responsive?
They are really very responsive, and I would like to thank Mom Christine Quezon because I really reached out to her because I was like, the visa sponsor emailed me that they will send the invoice to me shortly, and then it has been 2 days and I haven't received my invoice yet. So I was really like anxious to. I really added Mom Christine on Facebook, and I messaged her and asked her, Mom, how long will it take for me to receive my invoice? And then she told me, Mom, can you speak Bisaya?
Nagbisaya mo.
Of
Yeah.
course.
Well, that's good. So Christine, what did you say? Christine is here. So Christine, what did you advise her?
Because I really know the feeling of being anxious. Yes, Doc. And well, actually, I told Mom Leslie nga with my experience with JSC, I already, although they respond very kanang sayok ay sila mo respond. However, Sir Sam usually respond after 2 to 3 days, and then with what I told you with my invoice, it took me 3 weeks already to
Wow.
to pay it. So yeah,
Yeah,
I just
wow.
told Mom it's okay, it's okay to be anxious. However, let us just have to pray and wait for our school to po.
Yeah, but so yours went faster than yours. Yeah. But do you know that Sam, the director, doesn't even answer me? He does not answer
Wow.
my phone. Yeah, he doesn't. I have to
Wow.
send it to Maria, and then Maria sends it to him, and he doesn't. I don't know. I don't understand. I guess for some reason, in that school, I was in Barton, for example, and everybody else, Christine is also coming, but she's going to another district. They will be about an hour away from each other. But anyway, so that the visa sponsor, it seems like he just wanted to speak directly to the superintendent. The superintendent is so busy and had asked me to be the secondary contact, so that the superintendent really wants me to be the first contact and then just CC him. But that's not what Sam wants. Sam wants to just deal with him, the superintendent. But the superintendent,
In the agreement with GSC, it was stated there na the agency is not open for a third party.
Yeah.
So it must be with you and the school, between you and the school and the agency.
Yeah, but the thing is, the school is kind of making me the first contact because I have a contract with them. I have a consultant contract with them. So I'm kind of in charge of your visa, of Leslie and Marissa's visa processing, but no, Sam doesn't seem to want that. So I would just like CCing, I was CCing the superintendent that this is what I sent, and I did not get any response. So you may have to really do this yourself, Leslie, did you get that email? I CC'd you, I think, or was it Marissa's? Anyway, one of yours where I had to actually CC, one of you to say that I tried, but I don't get any response. so anyway.
It was me.
It was you? Yeah.
And I think mine like it really took me just a very little time for my visa sponsor to process my papers because I was really so kulit.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
emailed them most of the time, especially when I was verified already by the school. And then I looked at my portal, it was still pending. So I emailed them, why is it my portal is still pending? And my superintendent, Dr. Merlina, had told me already that the school already verified their account. So he replied, and he told me that, oh, your job confirmation is still pending. They haven't confirmed you yet. So you have to tell them to go back to the portal and confirm you. So I emailed them again, and then with the invoice also, I emailed them. After emailing them, then they sent me the invoice already.
Well, good, because what happens is that they block me. I used the login. I made the login, and I told the superintendent that this is your password. And so it asked me like, you want to change your password. I changed it, and I asked the superintendent, what password do you want it? He told me, I made it. It still would not let me. For some reason, the system is blocking me. So I just told the superintendent that I said that sounds like the system is not letting me in. So if there's something that needs to be happening because there is a deadline, you will have to do it. And then what happened is that Miss James, that's going to be also in your school, she is always going to be CC'd because she's the one that writes the check. She'll be the one that getting your reimbursed you. And so Miss James, I said, Miss James, I said, when I wrote her separately, I said, Miss James, will you please help Leslie, because I know your superintendent is very busy, and will you help me follow up that Mr. Guthrie will do this, because he doesn't seem to read the whole thing. Like I would read him a long thing, and he would just give me the password again, and I'm like, obviously he did not read it. So I had to CC Miss James saying that, that CC just really asked her, will you please follow up? And then, you know what she did? She forwarded to Mr. Guthrie. So this time he read the thing because he went in and did your verification. So yeah, that's what happened. And so anyway, okay, so you are somehow on the way. And I know, was it you also that was worried? I think it was Marissa that was worried about visa sponsor because there's a limited number left. So
yes, I was also worried, Doc, but actually she has a stat already at Green Heart Exchange, and she is scheduled for interview tomorrow, I guess.
Oh, good. She's also moving forward. That's so good because, oh my goodness. Yeah. All right. Well, so everybody, I didn't want to isolate you guys, but I know Leslie and Christine over here are already gonna be here for sure. And anybody else, can anybody tell me the status? Like, have you gotten interviewed and anything like that? Anybody that would give me an update? Did any school contact you? Nobody? Okay, since nobody, Jessica, tell us about you. What's going on, Jessica? What's going on with you? Have you reached out to schools? Yeah, hello. Yeah, have you reached out to any school? Have you done anything?
Yes, Doc. I was interviewed yesterday by Dr. Cannon. Sir Cannon.
Yes. Okay. And that's the one that you were asking about. You were asking about like what
yes,
happens.
Ma'am.
Yes.
What's the next step after that? He's asking me about the visa processing, but I still don't have yet the official JO.
Okay. Well, I did tell you that you need to befriend Maria online.
Yes, ma'am. Me and Maria are friends already.
Well, good, because she will know.
Chatting.
She is like good friends with the superintendent. Like I was even teasing her and like, are you gonna be like boyfriend or girlfriend or something? I was like teasing her, but don't say that to her. I was like, they are so close. They're like so close. Like he pretty much claimed Maria and Annabelle as like his family. So that's how good a relationship that is. So
yes, ma'am.
So,
Ma'am,
yeah.
will I message Sir Estes for the follow-up?
What I'll do is if your immediate supervisor will be the principal. Principals do
wait,
not.
ma'am. Someone is calling at me, ma'am. I'll be back.
Okay. Well, everybody, your immediate supervisor as a teacher is your principal. So if your principal is involved in the interview, you have to communicate with the principal, and if the superintendent has been involved also, you CC the superintendent, because that's his boss or her boss. Okay, but you cannot go straight up to the superintendent without even including the principal, because then you're like not doing the protocol, you know, the protocol of the power thing. It needs to be coming from the teacher, then principal, then superintendent. So if the superintendent at all is involved, some superintendents are more active than others. So if the superintendent at all was involved in the interview, then you need to go ahead and CC this, or just mail both of them. You don't have to CC one, you just mail both of them, whoever was in the interview. You can just, yeah, because sometimes you'll find that one of them will be more responsive than the another. You know, like Mr. Estes, I think, is very responsive. Like when you send something to him, he answers like pretty much on the same day or the next day. So he's very responsive. Yeah. He's a very good superintendent. Yeah. And anyway, I've not met him in person, but I feel like I know him. I invited him to my last party when my mom had her 80th birthday, and he had family, so he didn't come. But I have not met him yet.
I am just worried, Mom, because the visa slots are reaching their limits, Mom. That's
so. Did you see that? Did you see the paperwork I sent with you for you know, with the J1 visa and beyond? And I sent you.
okay, Mom.
Yeah, there's a. Did you not? Everybody, let me share that. Let me share my screen. Let me share my screen. I have this visa. It looks like this. Let me see if I can move everybody over. It looks like this. That I sent everybody, and it had this it says J1 visa processing and beyond, and I wrote this. And so you have a list of visa sponsors. Let me see, I think in the step of right here, it said the list is found at this, or number 10. Okay, so if you click on number 10, then you will see the list of sponsors. I think I already went to teacher. Okay, yeah, it's already on the teacher part because it's on the top there. It says teacher. And so what you can do is just email them, go to their website. It doesn't matter where they are. Like, for example, the first one is based in Austin, Texas. It doesn't matter where they are, where their office is, because they can sponsor anybody. Okay, anybody can sponsor people from the Philippines, you know, as long as they are in this list, because this is the approved list from the immigration here in the US. Okay, so what you need to do, for example, on this one, I want to see Alliance. So I click on that link, and then I go see their information, and I look for their contact info and or email, or sometimes, let me see here, what does it say here? Okay, about us. So their programs are in the United States. Okay, yeah, that's fine. It's United States. So here's contact us right here in the bottom. In every, I hate accepting those cookies. Yeah, there is no way to decline. Let me decline it. I don't like those cookies because it traced you. I mean, that's kind of put a track on your computer. I never accept it unless I have to. So here, contact us. Okay, here you go. And then, so here you put your information here. So it says your first name, last name, your email. What are the options to get you started? And you can say, I'm currently participating in a program. No, you're not. Am I host company interested in hosting? No. Oh, I'm interested in participating in a program. So you're in the third one. Okay, you do that. And then what is your inquiry about? I have a question. Okay. And then you can type here. I am a teacher that's been interviewed and hired by this school in Arkansas. I have a job offer, letter already. Can you please help me and be my visa sponsor? Okay, so you can do that. And then, the CAPTCHA, of course, they want to make sure that you say, I'm not a robot. And then sometimes they have letters for you to type, but in this one, after you put all the information in, you hit submit. And then a few, it depends on how responsive they are, they should get back with you. They will either tell you, yes, we can, but there is a fee. Some people like GEC does not charge an application fee, but like that, what was it? What's Marissa's again, Leslie? What was Marissa using hard? What's Marissa?
It's Green Heart Exchange, Doc.
Okay, so Green Heart Exchange. Let's look at Green Heart. Okay, let me see. Let's look at Green Heart. Okay, so this is what she went through. This is an ABC order. So let's go to Green Heart. Green Heart. Okay, so she went to this Green Heart Exchange. Okay, so what she would have done is click on that and then contact us. And then she would have already, I don't know what she ended up doing because sometimes they would have the phone number here, but use in the US, you use that, but I don't know. I don't know. There should be some email somewhere though. Let me see. I wonder what she did. I guess I wish she came in. I wish that she came in with, I mean, she attended this so we could ask her. But if that just like
I already tried visiting the website of Green Hearts. Actually, ma'am, I also signed the contract in Green Hearts and will pay the
$200
fee.
Yeah.
We have the $200. Yes. Yes, Doc.
Okay.
I just signed the contract this day and then I'll pay it tomorrow. And
Okay.
after that, I think the next is interview.
Okay. Well, you need to keep your receipts because you should be able to if they have money to reimburse
So it
you. And
means,
I know
Doc,
that
since I have signed the contract and will pay the $200, it means that I have a slot. Doc.
no, he will tell you that after you pay. I don't know. That's kind
Okay.
of crazy though, because that's not fair for you to pay and then be told that there's no slot, right?
Yeah.
So because if you were ethical company or organization, you would say, hey, we don't have slots, so you don't have to pay because we don't have a slot. So I'm thinking that should be it. But you know, some people are crooked. Some people are greedy and they're gonna have people pay and it's non-refundable, you know?
Yes,
And so
yes, Doc, it's not.
so, yeah, it's like gambling. But go ahead and keep your receipts though, because we're gonna talk to Mr. Estes about paying for that. We'll see. We'll have
Okay,
Maria.
thank you,
Will
Doc.
Maria help us? You can even email Mr. Estes and ask, will the school pay for my visa processing? You can ask him that. You don't. I mean, the principal and him, I guess, because you cannot bypass the principal. It's really it's not really good to bypass the principal because he's involved in the process. If he's not involved, like
Yes,
for example,
Doc.
in Brinkley, like with Christine's case, the superintendent is really the one. Like she is the one that's really strongly doing everything, right? Right, Christine? Dr. Poole is doing everything, and so Miss Story, the principal, does not care if it's just going to be dealing with Dr. Poole because Dr. Poole does everything, right? She even took Maria to the Social Security office. And that's how I met them over there while I was taking the Helena batch.
Actually, Doc, Sir Cannon also told me that he doesn't know the procedures in visa processing and he will just rely with Sir Estes.
Oh, okay. Well, if that is the case, then that's like a permission for you to be dealing with him. But it's still gonna be respectful of you to include him in the
But I'm
list.
still worried, Doc, because I haven't the official job offer.
Well, then you need to ask for that. Before you do any payment or anything, you need to ask for the job offer, official job
Okay.
offer, because that's a requirement for them. So you do
Yes,
not
I will
pay anything.
message.
Yeah. Send them a message that, will you please send me a job offer letter in your letterhead so that I could use it to get started. Because if you don't have that, no visa sponsor is going to even accept you.
Okay, thank you, Doc.
Yeah. So make sure that you don't spend any money unless you have that official job letter. Okay, Christine
Okay.
and Leslie, is that your experience that they were really needing that job, the JO job offer?
Yes,
Yes,
Doc.
Yeah, that is a must. It's so funny in Leslie's case because I was the one who officially told her, hey, by the way, you're hired. They didn't even tell her because they didn't know what to do. And they said, well, who should tell her? And I'm like, well, I'll tell her. So yeah. So Sonia, do you have any question, Sonia?
Yeah, no questions yet. I'm still observing.
You're observing. Okay. So
Although I was interviewed yesterday,
you did.
when I was chatting you and you gave me the answer for that specific question, I was being interviewed initially.
Are you serious?
Yes, San Jose in district,
Yeah.
Unified District, San Jose Unified.
Excuse me. If you get, for those new people, if we get off here because of the time, we'll come back in for the same link. Okay. Okay, go ahead. So good thing that I answered immediately, Neil. Were you able to
Yes.
use the answer that I gave?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
And it
So
was
tell
very
them
good.
tell them the question. I think that's a question that everybody should hear about.
Okay, I'm going to read it for a while because I
It's so funny that she was in
for a
the middle
while.
of the
I'll
interview.
bring my. Could we go first?
Yeah, she was in the middle of the interview. I did not know. I was like, well, where did she get that question? That's a pretty good question to share. And that's funny that she was in the middle of it. So I guess you can do that. Good thing I was on my phone and saw her question. Okay, go ahead.
So the question goes this way. If there is a district decision and or initiative you do not agree with, how would you message that to the stakeholders? And then you give me a very nice answer. And so I believe in being loyal to the school that I am teaching in. And I also believe in the importance of the stakeholders' trust. So I will explain the facts about the initiative without telling them how I personally feel. After all, it is all about the kids and not about me.
Oh, did they like that answer? Did they like
Yes.
that answer? I bet they
Yes,
did.
absolutely.
Yeah. If I was asking that as an administrator and somebody would answer that way, I would love it. I'm like, whoa, she's good. So hopefully you have a good chance. So what did they say after the interview, Sonia? What did they tell you?
So I will know the results tomorrow,
Okay.
Friday.
Did you feel
Which is
okay
today.
about it? Like, did they have an experience? They have a positive expression in the faces, like they like you, or they like your answers?
Because I was very serious answering all the questions.
You did not
There
pay
were about
attention.
there are only 4 questions, and the lady was just listening to me. It's like from the HR. It's preliminary,
Okay.
and that I might have another interview. I passed the first stage.
Yeah, that's what most are they pretty big school? Did you research them and see how
Yes,
big they are?
41 schools, but the place
Oh.
is very nice. It's in San Jose, California.
That's a big one. Yeah, that's really big. Yeah. So I'm hoping you can get it because the California is one of the best states. It's just like the Philippines. You can plan, and the beach is close. So that is one of the most sought after states. And so to get that's a really awesome experience for you.
But I also applied in your place.
You
But
did.
I have no response yet.
Oh, not yet. Okay. Well, even if you're just in the US, guys, we can still visit each other. Like when, you can fly in anywhere. There's a lot of really cheap flights, like in vacation time. Like I'm thinking that if my husband's health is okay, that I might fly or drive with some of our friends here and go somewhere fun. So yeah, so you hopefully anywhere you are in the US, you can still kind of contact us and reach out and see if we could visit each other. That would be awesome. I could either fly to you or you can fly to me. And I have a guest house you can stay in. So you don't have to worry about hotel, just get here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for that help.
Yeah. That's good. I'm so glad that you were able to get that in time. So yeah,
But I
that's
applied a long time ago. I applied last year and there was no reply.
really.
I forgot all about it. And then one day I just woke up and the interview will be the next day.
Oh, wow. That's why you have to check your email all the time whenever you put your application out there. So you need, it's like growing your seeds, and the seeds are growing. So you need to make sure you check on it. Okay. So that is a good lesson. Yeah. And why do you think that you have this interview now and not for a long time? What did you do? Did you do anything different with your cover letter? Or anything?
No, because it was a long time ago. I have not met you yet at the time. Last year.
What are the other 3 questions? Yeah, what were the other 3 questions?
It's all administrative. So the first question was give us a brief background of your experience in education, how it has prepared you for this position.
Okay.
So
how did you answer? How did you answer that?
So I gave all my credentials first, my education, and then my teaching positions, then my administrative positions in the past. And then I told them the nature of the school that I was in. Like I had 200 students because I was teaching in college already, first year to 4th year. Okay. And I told them about the COVID, how we manage COVID because we're online and we're work from home. And then I also told them that we are a very big university in the Philippines. We're a state U. We had about 36,000 students with 9 campuses.
That's good. That's a very good answer, I think. You should stick out over the other people. So hopefully you'll get it. You have to let us know, okay? I would like to hear some good news if you get it. Yeah,
Okay.
sounds like it's very promising. Yeah, and what they do is because they are a big school, like those California schools are huge, they have like 2 or 3 levels, like your preliminary, and that's just to cut you. For example, they're doing 20 top preliminary, they cut it in half. For example, they do the top 10 on the next level, and then on the 3rd level they might do the top 3, top 5, whatever. And then some of them have 4 levels. Like one of the schools I worked in for 5 years. What we did was the first level, we would have the top, I think 8 or 9, something like that, close to 10. And then that would be your a team of teachers and principals. And then after that, then they would have another committee that's in the district level. And then finally, it's going to be the superintendent. And then they will tell you that the school board, you will be usually 2 people will be chosen by, and then the school board will choose. But a lot of times, the superintendent would choose one and then tell them, this is what I chose. But in that particular case, the school board's really kind of strong. Like they really want to feel like, well, we're the boss, we're over the superintendents. You know, that's very rare, by the way. A lot of the schools, the superintendent is always like makes a decision. But in some cases, you have a school board that's like, they want their power struggle thing, you know, and they always want to say, well, give me 2 because we want to be able to choose. We do not just choose the one you chose. We need to have that power, but it's very rare. A lot of times when you please the superintendent, you please the principal, you got it. Okay. And so anyway, so hopefully yours will be something that everybody will agree, and they will just like, you know, let you say, let's just choose her or whatever. That would be nice, right? Yeah. Okay, so what was the position that you were applying for?
I'm so ashamed to tell you, it's vice principal.
Oh no, it's not a shame. You're not ashamed to do that. No, it's okay if you have the
I was just
experience.
applying for a teacher at the time when it was posted in their account. There was no other vacancy for English educator. So I was looking at it. I saw vice principal, so I clicked vice principal, applied.
Yeah.
And then I forgot all about it because it was last year and there was no communication, no confirmation.
Yeah.
Then suddenly, the day after, just like yesterday, they gave me an email and a link, and the interview was like, oh, at 5 a.m. So I have to wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. Well, see, what happened is that if that's the case, that means they liked you. They like your credential. That's why they kept you in a file somewhere. And so now that they have one, now they are calling you. So that's a good sign for you. But the thing is, it's a long shot for administrators from the Philippines coming in. A lot of times they want to pick somebody from their school, so they know them already, and they will groom them to say, okay, we want you to become, when this is open, this position is open, we want you to do this. So a lot of times they already have somebody in mind, but if they impress you, they might say, hey, will you be interested in a job as a teacher? And then they will place you there, and the first year, 2 years, they'll observe you. And if they think you really are going to be an administration material, then they'll go ahead and do it. But a lot of times they want to see you and know you before they just hire. That's very rare that they will just get somebody from outside. But sometimes, you have schools also that think that let's hire somebody from the outside because we want some new blood, fresh ideas. And so hopefully that's one of the schools that would feel that way, especially that California has a lot of Filipino communities. So you have a lot of Filipino students there. So that might also be a plus for you that you're Filipino. So they may say, okay, we want our administration to be represented by administrators that look like our students. So hopefully those things are going for you. You never know. Yeah, you never know. In Arkansas, there are more like some schools like in the Delta where Christine and Leslie and are gonna be. I think Leslie, your school will be mostly white, and Christine, your school will be mostly black. They're good kids. And so in yours, in California, there's a lot of Asians. There's Chinese, and I guess pretty much like 20, 30 different races sometimes that you have to teach, because it's like a salad bowl, just full of different diversity, racial diversity, which is a good thing. It's always a strength. And if you ever are asked about that, about how do you feel about racial diversity and so on, you always say, I always believe that racial diversity is a strength, that being different and unique is a strength